Welcome to English Please, the podcast where we explore captivating topics in under 10 minutes in clear, intermediate English. I'm your host, Christopher. I live and work in New York City, and I'm a language enthusiast who has always been interested in the best ways to learn a new language. Thanks for listening. The show is getting more listeners, and I'm thrilled to keep producing new episodes. If you would like to support the show as it grows, I've set up a link to send a virtual coffee to help with hosting and production costs. It's easy, and of course, it's completely optional. You can find the link in the show notes, or you can visit comullen.com/pod. And thanks for your support. If you aren't able to contribute, sharing positive feedback by reviewing the show wherever you listen to podcasts is also helpful. And I truly enjoy reading your emails. Feel free to contact me with questions or suggestions or anything else. And thank you again for being a part of this journey. I couldn't do it without you. Here in New York City, we are having beautiful autumn weather. The sky is blue, the leaves are changing colors, and the evenings are cool. Oh, I should tell you that in addition to hearing this season called autumn, you might also hear people use the word fall. Although you'll hear both words throughout the English-speaking world, fall might be a little more common in New York City and throughout the United States. One big part of autumn, or fall, is Halloween, a very popular holiday here in the U.S. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Halloween. It's a holiday that has grown into a major part of American culture. I'll start by discussing the origins of Halloween, then talk about some of the traditions in the U.S., as well as what Halloween looks like today in the United States. Halloween has roots that go back over 2,000 years. It originally started with the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts, who lived in what is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, celebrated Samhain on October 31st. This was the night before their new year, which started on November 1st. Samhain marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter. The Celts believed that on the night of October 31st, the boundary, or line, between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred, or less clear. They thought that the spirits of the dead returned to Earth. In order to protect themselves from these spirits, and also to scare them away, the Celts lit bonfires and wore costumes made of animal skins. They also left food outside to appease the spirits. As centuries passed, the Catholic Church established All Saints' Day on November 1st to honor saints and martyrs. The night before became known as All Hallows' Eve, and eventually this became Halloween. When European immigrants, especially those from Ireland and Scotland, came to the U.S. in the 19th century, they brought their Halloween customs and traditions with them. At first, Halloween celebrations were mostly community gatherings, where people danced, sang, and told stories about the dead. By the early 20th century, however, Halloween had started to become more commercialized, and the holiday slowly transformed into what we know today. While the holiday has somewhat evolved into a fun and family-friendly occasion, it also continues to have some spooky and mysterious elements. I'll begin with trick-or-treating. This is probably the most well-known Halloween tradition in the U.S. Children dress up in costumes and go from house to house. When someone opens the door, the children say, "Trick or treat." Basically, that phrase means, "Give us candy," the treat, or we might play a small prank, the trick. I think in all cases, people just give candy to the children, and no pranks actually happen. The tradition has roots in old European customs where people would go door to door asking for food or money in exchange for prayers or songs for the dead. Of course, there are costumes also. In the past, people dressed in costumes to disguise themselves from ghosts, but today it's more about having fun. Costumes can be anything from witches and skeletons to superheroes, animals, or even funny characters. Both children and adults participate, and there are often costume parties and costume contests as it gets closer to October 31st. A common sight during Halloween in the United States is the carved pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. This tradition also comes from Irish folklore. The original story is about a man named Jack who tricked the devil and was forced to wander the earth with only a burning coal inside of a hollowed-out turnip to light his way. Oh, a turnip is a type of vegetable that grows underground. When Irish immigrants arrived in America, they found that pumpkins were more common than turnips, and therefore the jack-o'-lantern was born. Today, all over the United States, people carve scary or funny faces into pumpkins and place candles inside to light them up at night. You'll often see them in windows or outside near the front door. Halloween is a time when Americans embrace things that are scary and supernatural. Many people visit haunted houses, which are attractions all over the U.S., designed to scare visitors with actors, special effects, and frightening decorations. Telling ghost stories and watching scary movies are also popular Halloween activities. Another part of the holiday is the famous Halloween parade here in New York City. This parade happens every year in Greenwich Village, and it attracts thousands of participants and spectators. Known for its creative costumes, giant puppets, and lively, and sometimes wild, atmosphere, the parade features marching bands, dancers, and artists, as well as many costumes that look like something you might see in a movie. It's one of the largest Halloween celebrations in the world, and it draws a mix of locals and tourists for a night of fun. I've never dressed in costume and participated in the parade, but I have watched it several times, and it's unforgettable. Over the years, Halloween has become a major commercial holiday in the U.S. Americans spend billions of dollars each year on Halloween costumes, candy, decorations, and events. Stores begin selling Halloween items as early as September, and many neighborhoods decorate their homes with spider webs, tombstones, and other eerie things. While Halloween is a fun and festive holiday, it's also a reflection of American culture. It brings together old traditions and modern-day practices. In a way, it shows how the U.S. is a melting pot of different customs and influences, allowing people to express themselves while spending time with family and friends. From the days of the Celtic festival of Samhain to the costumes, candy, and commercial aspects we see today, Halloween has definitely changed to fit the times. I hope you were able to understand most of the content in this episode. As always, there's a transcript available to help you with your understanding. You can find the link in the episode notes, and I recommend listening again with the transcript to help with anything that wasn't clear. And once again, if you're able to support the show with a virtual coffee, you can find the link for that and more at comullen.com/pod. Again, I'm Christopher, and I want to invite you to join me in future episodes of English Please to hear about a variety of topics, all focused on helping you with your English. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts, and let's embark on an adventure together in clear, understandable English. Sincere thanks as always for listening and for your support. Happy Halloween. See you soon.